Joining us from Ottawa today, which is a very busy place, as we all know, especially lately, it's our MP for the Battlefords-Lloydminster, Rosemarie Falk. Rosemarie, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Stacey, for having me.
It is busy, obviously, your first few days back, so much to do there. So, Rosemarie, let's talk about the goals that you have going into the fall session of Parliament.
For sure. So this summer, we've had the opportunity to hear from a lot of Canadians from coast to coast, and we have heard undoubtedly that it's expensive. Life is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Cost of living is expensive. And we know that Justin Trudeau created massive inflationary debt, and that's driven up interest rates. We know that he's bloated bureaucracies and have made it so that Canada has the fewest homes per capita when it comes to any G7 nation. And so it's very important for us. Some of our main priorities as Conservatives is reversing the housing hell that Justin Trudeau has caused, but also axing the Trudeau NDP carbon tax to help bring down the cost of food, gas, and groceries. And that's something that I have been very passionate about. I think I've mentioned it almost every time I've spoken to you, how we need to axe the carbon tax.
Well, I know that lots of your constituents, Rosemarie, had the chance to speak with you over the summer. Was the cost of living one of the higher things on the list, or maybe even close to the top of what they were experiencing and looking for your help?
Absolutely, yeah. Undoubtedly, like when you even look at grocery prices, our gas prices, I mean, it's not even winter yet. We could even argue it's maybe not even fall yet, even though the calendar might say so. And so, I mean, once people have to start turning on their furnaces for heat, we're going to see a lot more people, unfortunately, having to choose between heating their home and putting food on the table. I know just this past weekend, I was out at a sports event, a children's sport event, and I could not believe the amount of people that were just talking about interest rates and talking about inflation and affordability. And for sure, this is our little people, our kids are hearing this, which is just going to cause another stress on top of the things that they're already dealing with post-COVID.
Well, Rosemarie, you have a private member's bill that has received second reading now. Can you tell me a little bit about that, please?
Absolutely. So my private member's bill is C318. And so what this does is it actually gives adoptive parents and intended parents the same amount of leave that parents that was taking maternity and paternity would. So right now, as it stands, adoptive and intended parents get 15 weeks less leave with their child they're adopting or having. And so this is just going to level the playing field out. Super excited that it did pass second reading. So what that means is it's going to go to committee. That's where we will discuss it. If there are any recommendations or amendments that any of the other parties want to bring forward, they can do that there. But I look forward to progressing it through the House. It's quite exciting. Not a lot of people get the opportunity to have a private member's bill, let alone one make it this far. So it's been exciting.
So how long do you expect that to take? Is it something that is quite a long and arduous process, or can it, if everybody agrees, can it wrap up quickly?
It can go quickly if everybody agrees, but that's the key. There seems to be a problem with that on any piece of legislation. We all have the ideas, but different paths of getting to that idea. So we'll see what happens.
Now, heading into the rest of the weeks coming up here for the fall sitting, Rosemarie, I know that obviously as a caucus, you guys sit and discuss issues. So, is there anything as far as nationally with the Conservative Party that we can look forward to seeing brought up in the House?
You know, definitely the cost of living. I think the carbon tax for sure is a big one because provinces and territories are now not just paying that one. There is also the clean fuel standard, which is also going to affect, especially in our neck of the woods, anybody that has to drive to get somewhere, which is what our rural and remote areas usually consist of. And then also to groceries, right? And we hear Pierre say this all the time. You know, if you tax the farmer who grows the food, you tax the trucker who trucks the food, you tax the grocery stores that sell the food, who's ultimately paying for that? It's Canadians. It's everyday Canadians who then are having to pay this tax. So definitely affordability, I would say, number one issue for sure.
All right, Rosemarie. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you today, and we look forward to keeping, I guess, in touch with you as things go, and watch your private member's bill go through as well. That's very exciting for you. Congratulations, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Yes, thank you so much, Stacey.